This right here is the reason I developed Miracle Paste a few years ago. You can see this anodized aluminum trim on this old Mercedes-Benz has gotten very milky, very cloudy. And it's really tough to get this polished. Now, I've had all kinds of people email me and say, oh, Kent, try Brasso or try this polish or that polish. A number have said, oh, why don't you try Autosol? This says anodized aluminum polish, and this should work, right? Well, there's something about Mercedes-Benz anodized aluminum trim that's way different than a lot of other aluminum that you find on other cars and even boats and airplanes. This stuff is tough. And I'm going to show you right now, I'm going to take this Autosol and I'm going to put it on a rag and I'm going to start rubbing. And I will rub until I am blue in the face. I'm hoping that the camera can pick this up. But you start polishing it like this, you say, oh, that looks pretty good. See that? Oh, yeah, it's shining a little bit. And you just polish, 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 polish. And I've tried to do this like for 10 minutes, you know. And you just keep polishing and polishing, and maybe put a little more on here and polish away. Whether this be Autosol, Semi-Chrome, any other Miracle, Blue Magic polish, I've tried them all. Now watch as I take the rag and buff this away. Now, if you look closely, you can see it's kind of made the aluminum shiny, but it has not gotten rid of that milky, cloudy grain effect underneath here. And so enter Miracle Paste. Let's see what this does in comparison. And I'm going to put it right in the same area here. Kind of rub that in. And then we'll start at the molecule. All right, let's take the rag and we'll wipe this one off. Wow, look at the difference. Can you see the difference right there? You know, this is the area where I did with the Miracle Paste. Autosol was done down in here. But you're looking at this right now, and you can see that this is almost like factory brand new. So now you understand why I call this Miracle Paste. The process I've shown you here can just work wonders on a lot of this old aluminum trim that you find on a Mercedes-Benz. But I need to warn you, it won't work on all situations. There are some situations where the car has been exposed to salt air or acid rain, and this is so corroded that you cannot get it back to looking like new. In that case, you're going to have to just find other trim used off a parts car. But I got to tell you, if you have trim that is almost all white, I need to warn you right now, this will not work. You'll polish right through the coating down to the aluminum, and you really don't want to do that. The other thing I need to mention is I don't just sell the Miracle Paste by itself. I sell it in a complete kit with all the other supplies because you need all those other items to make this work right. And you'll also need a multi-tool. Keep in mind that the fine multi-tools will not work. We also sell the kit complete with a multi-tool if you don't have one. So just check out the description in this video if you want to learn more about this kit. And oh, we've been finding out that it will polish a lot more than just anodized aluminum. How many of you have parked somewhere, gone into a store and come out and seen this on the side of your car? Isn't that maddening? You know, somebody backed out of the parking spot and just scraped along the rear bumper here, and you're looking at that and thinking, I got to take that into a body shop and have it painted. Well, not so fast. If you look closely here, this is white paint from the offending car. It may have not gone all the way through the top coat here on this bumper. So I'm going to try to polish this out and see if I can save it without having to take it to a paint shop or painting it myself. And so enter Miracle Paste. It's a formulation of a couple different compounds, and I had to experiment for like 3 months before I was able to get something to really cut through that old weathered anodized aluminum trim. So this also works well for polishing these little paint spots. Watch this. I'm going to put it on first here and just rub it lightly. Then I'll turn the multi-tool on. Look at that. Can you believe that? Now I haven't polished this yet. I can get some wax and polish this when I'm done here, but I'm going to go ahead and tackle this one here. This one's a little bit deeper and I may not get completely through this. You don't need to use very much of the Miracle Paste here. You can see I can polish this out. Now there are a couple spots right here, like 3 little spots, but I can go ahead and touch those up with a little paint touch-up and a little brush, so there's no need to worry about having to repaint this rear bumper. Now let me show you what it does on clear plastic parts. Now there's some scratching on this clear lens. There's a scratch up in here. You want to make sure you wipe these down to get any dirt off them. You notice this on the clear plastic, so I'm going to take and just rub this in a little bit. And then I'll turn the multi-tool on. Now look at that. I know it's hard to see in the video, but that's like a brand new lens here. So if you really wanted to obsess and get some of these other scratches out, you could do it using this tool and this paste. You do have to be a little careful. You don't want to roll it up and you know, get any part of the metal or the rubber scratching this. There's a little scratch right there. I'm going to come in and just put a little more paste on that. See if I can get that scratch out. It's a deeper scratch right in this corner. Wow, it took that scratch right out of there. It was an obvious scratch, but now let me show you what this can do on these plastic headlight covers. I know it's going to be really difficult to show this in a video. The camera just doesn't get in and show all the scratches and all the fading in this plastic headlight cover. Once again, take a good towel and make sure you buff off any dirt before you start doing this. If your headlights are very dirty, you want to go ahead and wash them. I'll take the Miracle Paste, come in here, right here, and just rub this in. I'm just going to do a spot right here in the center and see if this will show up in the video. I'm going to reposition this pad a little bit. Okay, here we go. Run this until it just starts drying out. When it starts drying out, you want to stop. Okay, I'll take the rag now. Wow, what a difference. Now this will going to take probably 2 or 3 applications because this cover is so faded. I wish you could see the difference in the video. Maybe you can spot it right in this area. But you can see this is going to take a little time to do this, but it's well worth the effort to get these headlight covers looking like new again. So if you're interested in learning more about this kit I have, I'll put a link in the show more part of the description. It'll take you to more information on my website.